Testing, testing. Hey Gareth, can you hear me?
I sure can. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Perfect. I think the processor's back online. Bear with me a moment. So, eventful meeting last night, it looks like.
Yeah. I have a couple questions, if possible.
Okay.
So, I think when Grant was up here from Sea to Sky, he opened the machine back there whenever he was doing with Brian over the phone. Or, am I saying his name right? Brian?
Yes. Yeah.
And he put it on auto instead of on the switches in the back, which I can text you a photo of, which I thought was weird because when I first started here in 2024, it was always left on. So I think that was one of the issues that was happening because I was away on vacation for a couple weeks as well. So I think there was other people doing stuff. And then the second thing would be Brian had to go in again to redo the IP address that Grant promised to be static, which means unchanging. Because
Yeah.
at some point a year ago, I kept asking this. I think there's something wrong with like the Wi-Fi and connections. And they brushed me off for like a year and a half. And then it turns out that when they changed their security system and yada yada yada, that their IP addresses change every 2 weeks. And then they said, oh, we have to purchase static IP addresses. So I'm not sure where the conversation stopped there, but maybe that's like a group conversation with Sea to Sky, because when we went and found the IP address, it was different than what was in there. And I sat with them like 2 months ago with Brian and Grant, where Grant went through and gave him each IP address that was supposed to be static. So I know that Grant said he did that. I listened to him read them out, and then things were fine, and then now they're not again. So I don't know if it's related.
No, the IP addresses didn't change, but the Pearl went to space for some reason, and it broke communication between the Crestron processor and the Pearl. So,
but it had a different IP. I visually saw it. So the IP address that was in there was not the, I think it ends in 126 or 122. It was a completely different number. And I watched Brian type in, because I read out the IP address that I could see, and type in the updated address last night.
This happened yesterday?
Yes,
like,
last night
during
the meeting. So,
okay, so I'll talk to Brian about that and see what he did. Brian's not going to be available for a little bit.
I figured he texted me. Yeah. No worries.
Yeah. Okay. So, but it's online now. So if the IP address changed, that could explain why it went to space. It's unfortunate that the Crestron didn't recover from that gracefully. But I have reloaded the program, and it is now talking to it. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but
If I go back there on the laptop, I generally can see if you guys are working through there.
okay,
But I'm sitting out front to talk to you.
got it.
So should I turn on the Crestron machine out here?
Yeah, let's just do a little dry run. Let's make sure everything's all good.
So right now, when I go to turn it on, I go to turn the green button, yes, turn system on, and it's going back to the original screen that says touch anywhere to turn system on.
Yeah, I'm actually seeing that too. So let me see what's going on here. The program might still be starting, so that could be part of it. Hang on. That might be my fault in the background. So let me just disconnect my tools. Make sure that I'm not. Okay. So if I touch and I go turns, why is that? Okay, one sec. Let's look at IP table. What's going on? So that's fine. Network switch might be taking a minute. Hold on.
I'm just working off my phone, so no rush.
Okay. So the processor is online. So that's all fine. Okay. So what's going on here? Okay, can you go to your touch panel and see what you see? And tell me what you see?
I just see, I'll actually just text you a picture so you can.
Okay, can you hit the system off button and tell me what happens?
It says system shutdown. Are you sure you want to shut down the system audio?
Yes. Okay. Let's give it a second. I want to see what happens when you hit on it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's try turning it on now.
Okay.
Why is it doing this? Okay.
Let me look in the back and see if it still has that error message. 1 second. So the screen that shows what people are like, what it's actually streaming, are still flashing blue and yellow with error in the top left corner of that picture that I just texted you. Under Stream Master, like the actual video.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why the touch panel is. What's going on here? Yeah, I'm gonna back up the configuration on the Pearl real quick.
Okay.